I mean, to start with, few very high-level trends, and I don't want to bother you with the trends that we speak all the time about, but maybe only three that we believe are very structuring for the world we're in. The first one is urbanization and the growth in cities in the coming years. So we see this number, 2.5 billion additional people in cities by 2050. It's a number, it's a bit subjective. What it simply means is that in the 30 years to come, we, collectively in the world, will have to build the full city of Hong Kong every week, for the next 30 years. Every month for the next 30 years. So every month, the world, we have to build Hong Kong every month for 30 years. So what it means is that it's of course constraints from a more need for energy efficiency and efficiency in the broad sense, meaning space is limited, so we need to manage space correctly. We need to deal with more renewable. Energy is obviously a key constraint in our world, and we will need to deal with more need for certification from local authorities that will be more and more demanding about what a building is and shall be. The second one is around digitisation. So we are not anymore in a world where digitisation is I believe, I don't believe. Digitisation is here. And since the Industrial Revolution, so 200 years, we have connected very lately, in 2014, 1.7 billion devices. The projection is that by 2020, we together, will connect 5.5 billion devices in buildings. So it's times 3. So it's not a matter of academical discussion of is it a trend or whatever, it's more about what do we do with that. And what we see is that, of course, it has a lot of impact in our world of every day. One, it's about more gathering data from our system, sensors, beacon that we have and we are installing into buildings. It's about remote access to buildings and the opportunity, the need actually to have a data repository, to manage data lake, to bring together all the data we have from the different systems in a building. It's of course about what do we do with this data. So artificial intelligence, analytics that we shall crunch with the best softwares to bring real value to our customers. And it's of course, and this is a very structuring point, the opportunity to bring more apps, more value to the end user, to the occupant or the user of a given building. The third trend that we believe is very structuring is of course about electricity consumption, which of course is a key market for Schneider Electric as a whole. And what we see with the growth in world population and in urbanization, it's about 60% plus buildings in the years to come by 2035, and also energy consumption, electricity consumption being around 60% in buildings. So what it means is that it will create more need for self-generation, renewables, but also source management. How do we switch from one source of electricity to another in the consumption of a given building? So the connection also to the microgrids. And it is of course, and again, a push toward more energy efficiency. What we see today is that because of the structure of the ecosystem around buildings, is that about 80% of the energy efficiency that could be attained today in buildings is untapped because we have a fragmented and siloed ecosystem.